The Oversight Board called Meta's uneven AI moderation incoherent and unjustifiable. Media Matters is suing the FTC to block its investigation into the X advertiser boycott. And the Rubin Observatory shared its first images. It's Tuesday, June 24th, and here's a quick look at tech in the news this morning from Engadget. As Meta's platforms fill up with more AI-generated content, the company still has a lot of work to do when it comes to enforcing its policies around manipulated media. The Oversight Board is once again criticizing the social media company over its handling of such posts, writing in its latest decision that its inability to enforce its rules consistently is incoherent and unjustifiable. If that sounds familiar, well, it's because this is the second time since last year the Oversight Board has used the word incoherent to describe Meta's approach to manipulated media. The board had previously urged Meta to update its rules after a misleadingly edited video of Joe Biden went viral on Facebook. In response, Meta said it would expand its use of labels to identify AI-generated content, and that it would apply more prominent labels in high-risk situations. Now, these labels note when a post was created or edited using AI. This approach is still falling short, though. The board said it's concerned that despite the increasing prevalence of manipulated content across formats, Meta's enforcement of its manipulated media policy is inconsistent. Meta's failure to automatically apply a label to all instances of the same manipulated media is incoherent and unjustifiable. Now, the statement came in a decision related to a post that claimed to feature audio of two politicians in Iraqi Kurdistan. The supposed recorded conversation included a discussion about rigging an upcoming election and other sinister plans for the region. The post was reported to Meta for misinformation, but the company closed the case without human review, the board said. Meta later labeled some instances of the audio clip, but not the one originally reported. The case, according to the board, is not an outlier. Meta apparently told the board that it can't automatically identify and apply labels to audio and video posts, only to static images. This means multiple instances of the same audio or video clip may not get the same treatment, which the board notes could cause further confusion. The Oversight Board also criticized Meta for often relying on third parties to identify AI-manipulated video and audio. Media Matters for America has sued the U.S. Federal Trade Commission, claiming that the agency is unfairly targeting it in retaliation for past criticisms of the social media platform X in violation of the organization's First Amendment rights. It is the latest move in the ongoing hostilities between the nonprofit media watchdog and X owner Elon Musk. This back-and-forth legal battle began back in 2023 when Media Matters published a report finding that X ran advertisements next to anti-Semitic posts, which led to many prominent companies withdrawing their ads from the social media network. After Musk threatened to file a thermonuclear lawsuit in response, X sued Media Matters later that year, claiming the organization was attempting to push advertisers into boycotting its service. CEO Linda Yaccarino called the report misleading and manipulative in a note to X employees, while a representative from Media Matters told Engadget, quote, "This is a frivolous lawsuit meant to bully X's critics into silence. Media Matters stands behind its reporting and looks forward to winning in court." End quote. Last month, while Musk was still closely tied to President Donald Trump's administration and working with the so-called Department of Government Efficiency, the FTC launched its own investigation into Media Matters to determine whether the group illegally colluded with advertisers. The FTC is now comprised of only 3 Republican commissioners following Trump's dismissal of 2 Democratic commissioners, which those former civil servants said was illegal action by the president, since their terms cannot be ended early without good cause. Considering that yesterday the FTC allowed a $13.5 billion acquisition within the advertising agency on the condition that purchaser Omnicom cannot engage in collusion or coordination to direct advertising away from media publishers based on the publisher's political or ideological viewpoints, it seems unlikely that the regulator will be receptive to Media Matters' case. The National Science Foundation just shared the first images captured by the Vera C. Rubin Observatory, a sample of the footage it will capture as part of a planned decade-long survey that is starting later this year. The project, dubbed the Legacy Survey of Time and Space, is predicted to lead to the discovery of millions of new asteroids within the first 2 years. In just a 10-hour period, the National Science Foundation says that the Rubin Observatory discovered 2,104 never-before-seen asteroids in our solar system, including 7 near-Earth asteroids. The long-term survey project could lead to even more insights, particularly into larger cosmic unknowns like dark matter and dark energy. The idea is appropriate given the observatory's origins. Jointly funded by the National Science Foundation and the Department of Energy's Office of Science, the Large Synoptic Telescope in Chile was renamed the Vera C. Rubin Observatory after astronomer Vera C. Rubin, whose research into gravitational rotation was used as conclusive evidence of the existence of dark matter. Thanks for listening. There's more to these stories and more tech news at Engadget.com. This episode featured journalism from Carissa Bell, Anna Washenko, and Ian Carlos Campbell, and was voiced and produced from the sound studios of Spoken Layer. Enjoy your day, and I will be back tomorrow with more tech news from Engadget.